Okay everyone, so in this video I would like to show you the gear I'm planning to bring for Te Araroa and all the thoughts that went into them. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how this changes maybe over time and what the final thoughts after the trail will be about the gear. So let's get started. I will be carrying all of my gear in this Thurston Kakwa 55-liter backpack. It has this big, nice mesh pocket in the front, a roll top opening at the top, two big side pockets that can fit, I think, up to two 1.5-liter bottles. And if you turn it around here, you can see on the shoulder straps there's two mesh pockets that will fit 0.5-liter water bottles as well. And then of course it also has two hip pockets for additional storage. And yeah, I'm very impressed with the load carrying abilities. So far it was very comfortable and I'm excited to see how it holds up on the trail. The backpack isn't exactly waterproof, so I did have some water in the bottom of the pack while training, so that's why I'm using this X-Pad 40-liter ultralight dry bag as a pack liner to keep everything dry, which so far has worked pretty good. For a tent we went with the C-Pack's Offset Trio, I believe. So it's a 3-person tent technically, but we're 2 people, so my partner and I, but he is very tall, so we thought the extra room, especially the leg room, as the trio version is a little longer than the duo version, so we went with this, and so far we're very happy. The only downside is that we found some holes at the zippers where sometimes bugs can get in. So we had a very unfortunate event where we had about, I don't know, 100 to 300 bugs in our tent after we set it up and came back from dinner. And yeah, we figured even though all the zippers were fully closed, they still found a way in. And yeah, I took a video when I prepared it because I now taped it shut. So okay, so welcome to the bottom of my tent. Here we have 2 problems that we found. So first of all, the zipper can get stuck in this little plasticky latch here if you open it all the way because it's not sewn down properly. And then the second problem, you can see here, there's a hole that's leading into the tent, and it's not a problem for mosquitoes and stuff we found, but some of the a little bigger and stronger bugs definitely can get in here. If you come around here to the top of the tent, same zipper, same problem. Basically it can get stuck, but also there is a hole going up here and bugs can get in if they really wanna. Yeah. Also the outer layer tent, so the outer zipper has the same issue here. Yes. So what's my solution for all of this? I'm sure you could put some stitches here to keep it shut properly, but I opted for some tenacious tape and I put it inside and outside of the zipper here to keep it all shut and stop the bugs from crawling in. And I did the same here at the top, but the only difference, I used some Luca tape here because I found the tenacious tape wouldn't stick on the mesh insect mesh here very well. Yeah, but the tenacious tape, no, the Luca tape, I mean, this seems to stick pretty well. Yeah, but otherwise we're very happy. It's pretty light and it sets up with our trekking poles, but it also has 2 additional little poles at the ends for more leg and head room, which is very nice, and so far we're very happy. As a sleep system, I use the Nemo Tensor all-season regular white pad, and I top it off, or better say, I put underneath the Gossamer Gear foam pad, which just helps protect the air mattress from any holes for spiky stuff, and also gives a little bit more warmth from underneath. As I'm not a very warm sleeper, I'm happy to have all the warmth I can get. Then I use the Zenby, I think the light bed version, which is a very cool system where you have like a sheet with the hood attached to it, and then this quilt that straps in on the sheet with these little hooks here. So you have either a blanket, a full blanket, or if it's too warm, too cold, I mean, you can strap it in to the bed sheet, and you have the full width of the sleeping mat to roll over and move and everything, but you still get possibly the full warmth of a normal sleeping bag. So far I found it very comfortable, and it's, I will keep it forever, I think. One special thing I decided to do is with the pillow. So I won't bring a normal air pillow as many people or many hikers do, because I just find them incredibly uncomfortable and I roll around on them and I don't really find the support I need. So I figured out a system how I can bring, or how I don't need to bring some extra pillow or anything. So my system is, my puffy jacket is inside this dry bag here, and I put it inside of one of my buffs that I bring anyways on the trail, as like the pillow cover, as you will. And the pillow cover here I attached some little button so that the pillow inside will stay inside. And then also I attached this strap here to the hood of the sleeping bag that runs all the way through the buff here and attaches at the other side as well. So the pillow will hopefully not slide around or get lost during the night, but it will always be here underneath the hood for me to cuddle in and sleep very well, I hope. So this is nice because it's not, it feels like a normal pillow basically, a little more slippery maybe, but normal, and not, you don't have this airy feel of a normal blow-up pillow for backpackers. And then additionally, as I mentioned before, I'm a cold sleeper, so I also bring the silk liner just in case, because I don't like being cold at night. And all of this will pack into this dry bag from Zenby. These are very easy to handle because they have some place the air can get out on this side, and you can just push all the air out at the bottom, and then the sleeping bag is packed up very nicely and small. So next I will show you all the clothes I will be wearing while walking Te Araroa. So first of all, I have these Asics Trabuco Max 4 shoes. I find them very comfortable, especially with the insoles that are made for my feet especially, and that support it very well. And then I will use the Topo gaiters. These are not made for Asics shoes, of course, but I just added a little Velcro here and a little Velcro here inside so that I can use it with these as well, because I used those Gecko gaiters for a while, but I just found that they would slip here over the top of the shoes, and then all the dirt and everything gets back in, because they're not really suited, I don't know, for these shoes or for all the shoes in general. They're just cut like straight, and in order to support the shoe correctly, I think they would have needed a little drop here in the fabric so that it doesn't slip up too much. But yeah, I had the Topo gaiters before, and I used them and I really liked them, and the only trouble was that it doesn't support these clip-in, the shoes don't support this clip-in mechanism that Topo uses, so I just added the Velcro myself, and so far it holds up pretty good. Yes. So next I will be wearing some leggings, just some sports leggings from Oisho, I think. Yeah, just long leggings. that hopefully will protect me from sandflies, but also from the sun and any cuts and stuff. Yeah, they are great. And then I have this Buru sun hoodie that's made from merino, so it keeps me safe from the sun, but also warm and cool at the same time. So yeah, so far I'm happy, but I'm curious to see if in New Zealand sun maybe I run too hot at some point and will switch it out, but so far I like it. Then of course I have a hat, just some normal hat and sunnies. And then I have the Darn Tough hiking socks, some merino underwear and some sports bra. Yeah, that's all the stuff I'm wearing throughout the day, and that could get wet potentially. If you come over to the camp clothes, I have a long-sleeved merino shirt from Decathlon and another pair of leggings, then 2 more undies, a sports bra and another Darn Tough socks pair. Then here is my Dynafit puffy jacket, and my camp shoes are some Tiva chandels. So all of this here should stay dry at all times, so that if it's a very wet day on trail and everything is a little damp, by the time we get to camp, then at least I have one set of dry everything and can stay warm. Yes. Then scooching over here, we have some more stuff for bad weather. So first of all, 2 merino buffs, one which can also be a beanie or something to keep my ears warm, then some thin merino gloves, I think those are also from Decathlon, and this Patagonia fleece. Then over here we have the bug head net. So far I couldn't decide to leave it at home because I'm not sure how well I'm gonna handle the sandflies. So yeah, maybe this is gonna go at some point if I feel like the sandflies are not bothering me as much as I imagine they will. But so far, yeah, it's coming with me. Then I decided to go with a rain skirt. Just some cheap rain skirt off Amazon, and we will see how I like it. If it's very rainy all the time, I can still change to some rain pants. Yes, and then I decided to go with some more heavy-duty rain jacket. Here we have the Arc'teryx Beta AR, which so far kept me dry and is very nice to wear. Yeah, I hope that's gonna be a good choice. It's a little bit more on the heavier side, so that's one thing I think maybe in the future I would go with a little lighter rain jacket, but yeah, I already have it and I will try and go with it and see how it goes. Coming to all the electrical stuff I will be carrying. First of all, of course, this camera that I'm filming with here. It's the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, which so far was amazing, good video quality, amazing sound. Yeah, we're happy. Then also, of course, I bring my smartphone on which we will also cut the videos. 20 milliamp power bank from Nightcore, the Garmin InReach Mini 2 as a safety device and satellite communicator. And then for orientation on trail we will use the Garmin Fenix 7 Pro smartwatch, which is very handy. You can put all the maps on and the GPX files and just navigate from there. Then of course I have a head torch, the Nightcore Superlight 1, which so far is great. And then here some cables, just some quick charge USB-C to USB-C and one for the Garmin. All the other things are chargeable by USB-C, which is good. Then I have my Shocks bone conducting headphones. I like these because I don't like to have anything in or on my ears, so these are great. And then I have 3 batteries for the DJI and this triple charger thing. I did fall into the trap of, maybe it wasn't a trap, but I did fall for the Flextail mini air pump, which is very handy to inflate your mattress in the evenings. Then I have this IC box adapter for uploading the videos to my smartphone or also to other SD cards, etc. And then in here are some spare SD cards for when the battery on this camera here runs full. Not the battery, the SD cards. And I also bring these little, I think it's called a heated thing, where you can plug this into your smartphone and then this side gets hot, and if you put it on any mosquito bites or sandfly bites, the itching goes away much quicker. All of these electrical things will go in this XXS expat dry bag for safekeeping, and I will carry them at all times in my fanny pack. Welcome to the more sanitary products, I guess. In my poop kit I will bring the Bogler Co ultralight trowel, which is incredible. It's only 13 grams and it still has this little plastic protection cap for the hand. Some hand sanitizer, of course, the Coolo Clean bidet and the Coolo cloth, and some normal Tempo for whatever necessity we would have, maybe. If we move over here, I have 3 microfiber cloths just for general hygiene, or maybe clean up while cooking, or I don't know what I'm using it for, but I need it. Then I have this very lightweight but pretty big Sea to Summit ultralight towel, which dries super quick, so that's will come in handy at some point for sure. And then I bring a toothbrush, some toothpaste and some Sea to Summit Wilderness Wash. Fun fact, we did try and use this very small toothbrush thing to put on your spoon. It will fit into this hole on any normal like titanium spoon, but I tried it, or I used it like 3 times, and it always pops off when you try to brush your teeth, so that's not coming with me. It was a nice thing to try out, but it doesn't work. Not for me, at least. For my cooking system, I will bring a lighter, of course, and then a Victorinox card that offers all the tools that one could need: a knife, a pen, tweezers and scissors. Then in here I think there's a needle or something, and even a little light, and yeah, I mean that's just gadgets, but the main thing I'm gonna use are those things here. Then also I have this Optimus titanium spoon, Farlight cold soak container with I think 500 milliliters. I will bring the Sawyer squeeze, and I have this coupler here that allows me to screw it onto a water bottle and just let it drip while I do other stuff, so I don't have to squeeze it through. And then I will bring the CNOC water bladder and some purification tablets for emergencies. Also, I have these 2 soft water bottles, Hydro Pack things, that hold 500 milliliter each, and those will probably go into my front pockets of the backpack. Then my partner will be carrying our stove. We use the MSR Pocket Rocket and the MSR pot that I think it holds a liter, but I'm not sure about that, and we will be cooking in this. In our first aid kit we will bring the following things: a safety blanket, then some charcoal tablets, some antihistamine, and some 50 plus sunscreen, lots and lots of Compeed blister plasters because I'm very prone to blisters, as well as the Leukotape. Then we have some wound disinfectant cream, some ibuprofen, some Panadol, some normal band-aids and more Compeed. Then some bandage, self-sticking bandage. And what's missing from here for sure is some chapstick. And yeah, I think that's probably all we're gonna bring. And then also it will be in this big dry bag, first aid dry bag. Last category, we're gonna talk about all the things I forgot about before or didn't fit in any of the other categories. So, first of all, I forgot my little hairbrush thing that I'm gonna bring. It's just I think I got it on a flight once and it's very compact and pretty light, so I'm gonna bring this. Then I have a hiker wallet, which is very, very lightweight and just fits some credit cards and all the stuff. I have some tenacious tape here, just in case anything breaks or my air mattress or something has a hole in it. That will be useful. Then I have this Basic Nature sitting pad and some reusable zip ties, some thread for a clothing line or anything like that, some lightweight carabiners, some safety pins, and 2 pairs of earplugs. And I will also be carrying snacks and all the electronic stuff in the fanny pack from Cotopaxi. It's 3 liter and yeah, it's light and good and it fits a lot of stuff. And then of course I have forgotten about my Lucky hiking poles. These fold up very light and it's very useful. And I also bring the Lucky tips because I just don't like how loud the metal tips are on the concrete. And with this it's very much more bearable to walk with them all day on trail. So yeah, the mess behind me and all around me, you cannot see, but it's better this way, is all I'm gonna bring for Te Araroa this year, and I'm excited to see how the gear holds up over the journey. So the total base weight of this pack is 8.6 kilo, and I'm curious to see what it will be in the end, what's gonna be kicked out because I never use it, or which pieces maybe be added to the total gear list. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention also, I forgot to show you some of the dry bags I'll be using, but all of the things that 100% should stay dry are in the big pack liner dry bag, but also in a second dry bag to keep it safe. So all the spare clothes, the sleeping bag of course, and also the food will be in a second dry bag.